Hello Pisces, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, Pisces. We're back into the weeklies. Pisces, I have a few oracle decks here we're going to throw down for the week ahead. My intention this week is to read about what now is going to happen in the new cycle for you now that we've gotten through the new moon. The new moon was in Cancer and that was on the 25th. And this was quite a special new moon because it's going to sort of set the stage for the next 10 or 12 years about what's going to go on. So I hope that you are in manifestation mode and that you are thinking about all the things that you want to manifest for you. So let's talk about the things that might happen in this new cycle for you. Please keep in mind it is a general reading, Pisces. Thank you so much for stopping in here, my water family, my two fishes friends. If you are back, because you always are, thank you for hitting that thumbs up. I appreciate you. And I will talk about how to get to the extended at the end of this video if you're interested in that. Tell me about Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Pisces. We have the energy is gaining momentum. So it feels like you feel something in the distance is bearing down on you. It feels like there's something that's getting closer. Energy is gaining momentum means that things are starting to speed up or go quicker. Something that I feel has been in the distance is getting closer to you here. We have the flow. Your only job, I think, is to remain in the flow. I feel like you are the one that we're talking about here because all of this purple energy here, got purple and pink. It feels like you've already got the downloads about this, that you know that something's about to go on. It feels like something's about to go down, but you don't know what it is. It feels like something is in the distance here. Your third eye is open, but I feel like you're supposed to be in a place of solitude or in a place where you're going with the flow. I feel like you're supposed to trust your intuition, trust that the downloads that you have and the feelings that you have with your intuition, Pisces, are exactly on point. It feels like it's like the night before the day. You know what I mean? It's like, have you ever been up all around the clock and then all of a sudden you start to hear the birds chirp and you know that it's going to be around the corner that the sun starts to rise in the sky? I feel like right now you're sort of in the dusk waiting for the dawn is what it feels like. We've got blessings on the bottom of the deck. One more card and then we'll get to some tarot. Tell me more about Pisces, please. About Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Pisces. We've got discipline. I feel like this is the discipline though. Being in the flow is the discipline because it's easy to go chasing after whatever you think might be in the distance, but I feel like it takes a lot of discipline to just sit in the flow and just let it come to you. So I'm going to say, let it just arrive to you. We've got all sorts of violet and pink colors here, right? It says, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. I think that what you're to set your mind to is just to hold your course, is to just sit there and wait for it to arrive. And I'm not saying just sit there, you know what I mean, right? I think you're supposed to not chase it. I think you're supposed to wait for it to arrive. It says a time for healing. And so maybe being in the flow is your time for healing at this point. We've got blessings. Blessings are on the way in the future. Future is the bottom of the deck for me. And we have grief. It says, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. This could mean that some of you have somebody coming back around. I'm just going to say, some of you, it might be someone that you already know. Could be a friend you stopped talking to. Could be someone you're connected to romantically. It feels like it's that you're still in grief about having to lose that or let it go. Let's talk about this. Yeah. Tell me about Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Tell me what tarot has to say about Pisces. Let's get a few more details here. Tell me about Pisces. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, got the Judgment card and the Death card. Very interesting. So there is a new cycle coming up that you're going to have to make some sort of decision about. We have the Three of Wands, we have the Eight of Wands, the Ten of Wands, we have the Page of Cups, we have the Eight of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. We have the Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So I want to say that right now is a time where you're not speaking to this person. It feels like somebody is not being vulnerable. I don't know if that's you or them, but it feels like that is about to change because a breakthrough is coming here. More and more, it seems like that there is somebody that is about to arrive in your life here, Pisces, that you haven't seen or spoke with in a while. I suppose this could also be someone who is platonic. We have the Page of Cups, but that indicates a surprise, not necessarily, it's intuition, the beginning of intuition, but also a surprise. It could be a new love for some of you, but this doesn't feel this way because the Judgment card is here. To me, it feels like there was something here. It feels like the universe is asking you to rise up, I want to say, with the Judgment card, is asking you to rise up, to look at something very practically, with a very practical mind. Look at really what is going to be good for you in the situation. The energy is gaining momentum, and I feel like these gates are slowly swinging open. It feels like there is something that is about to arrive in the 3D here. A new cycle is about to arrive, and I feel like you're being asked to stand up and meet the situation where it is, as it is. It feels like this is going to be a time of transformation for you in the week ahead, that something is showing up that I feel you thought was over, dead and gone. You thought it was burned to the ground. And I feel like it did burn to the ground. But understand, the phoenix does rise again. And so I feel like somebody has burnt it to the ground, but something is about to show itself again, but in a very different way from the way that you knew it. It feels like you are in this flow energy with the 3 of Wands. You're in this flow energy, sort of like looking into the distance. I don't think you're standing outside your house looking into the distance, but I do feel that you feel that there's communication coming, or something is coming at you quickly, and it sort of is bearing down on you, I want to say. It's giving you kind of a bit of a heavy feeling. Like, oh gosh, is it that one again? Is it that one coming back again? I want to say that if it is that one coming back again, that you get to do whatever you want to do, right? When we deal with the major or the minor arcanas, you get to make all of those decisions and do whatever it is you want to do with the situation. But what you can't control is the majors. You cannot control the major arcanas. When those show up in your reading, it's because change is about to take place that you have no control over. I feel like this is good for you, or the Ace of Pentacles wouldn't be showing up. I feel like the gates are open and it's time for something to materialize. I feel like you're right on the precipice of something that's about to show up. I feel like this is sort of feeling heavy for you. Feeling heavy, I'm not sure what to do, but I'm just going to keep my course, just going to stay where I am, and I'm going to wait for it to show up for me. Discipline is here, which is very interesting. It says I can accomplish what I set my mind to. And so I feel like this could be speaking about you. I feel like your only job, as I said at the beginning, is to sit in the flow and wait for something to show up. I feel like something is about to surprise you. And I feel like you're going to be confused about it. And I also feel like you're not going to trust it. It does feel like it's a surprise or a shock. It does feel like it is something that is confusing and something that you're like, oh boy, I don't know if I want to deal with this right now. That's what it feels like here. Look, blessings are in the future. So something turns around here, but I feel first you must deal with the grief, the understanding that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. And it feels like someone is appreciating that you were not in their life. They probably missed you. They probably missed you a lot and are going through grief. It feels like somebody, the grief of missing you or not having you in their life, whether you walked away or they did, I feel is what this judgment and death is about. It feels like something was burnt to the ground and is now being resurrected here, and in a very changed state. Transformation is here. It's not like it was before. Doesn't look, doesn't talk, doesn't walk like it was before. It's very much changed here. Tell me about this judgment. Tell me about judgment, please, for Pisces. What was it here that burned to the ground that is now being resurrected? We've got the Page of Cups. It's surprising. Yep, I think it's a little bit surprising and shocking. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the Tower show up here. We have the 3 of Pentacles. For some of you, this is a friend. This is somebody who I feel you have been friends with for probably most of your life, and there was a falling out. and you just didn't talk to this person after that. Whatever the situation is, it'll be different for all of you. But the Three of Pentacles is collaboration and cooperation. It's friendship or being a friend of a friend. It feels like this Three of Pentacles tells me that somebody here wants to resurrect some sort of a soulmate connection. It's a soulmate. The soulmate connection is could be a family member, could be a friend, but it is somebody who I feel you've known for a very long time, or you feel like you've known forever. So I feel like that's probably a little bit of why the grief is here over this relationship, is what it feels like. Relationship says I'm attracted to those people who serve my highest good. So that being said, I feel like the parting of ways could have happened here because you two were on two different wavelengths. You were on maybe a spiritual wavelength and they were on another wavelength, whatever it was. It feels like two people took their own paths because we came to a place where we just couldn't, we just weren't interested on being on each other's path any longer. I do feel that what you are waiting on coming in the future is definitely going to speed up. The momentum is, we're gaining momentum here, and that's what I'm getting from the Eight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. It does feel like the pressure of waiting on this and not running out to meet it is kind of making you a little bit crazy. I'm just going to say it's like this feeling of unsettled feeling that you have, you know, in that spot that's just above your stomach but below your chest cavity. It's like that spot right there. It's like this unsettled sort of feeling of, you know, something's about to show up, but you don't know what it is. Tell me about this Eight of Wands. We've got the Page of Swords. We have the Magician, and we have the Three of Cups. So there it is. We've got confirmation that somebody is going to communicate with you and ask for a reunion. So it could be romantic or platonic, y'all. It could be friends. I've got Three of Pentacles here, Three of Cups here. It could be love. It could be Pentacles. Could be partnership, right? So could be an old business partner as well. We've got the Magician. I want to say that the aces are all in your hand, Pisces. So I feel like the aces are all with you. All the aces are up your sleeve. You're the Magician. You've got all the power, the resources, the skills. I feel like you've got this under control. I don't really think there's anything that you have to worry about, but I feel like the Page of Swords, that somebody is showing up and they are going to tell you that they've been watching you. It feels like they've been watching you grow, turning into the Magician, becoming magic, manifesting everything that you've wanted in life. It feels like this person no longer wants to be on the outside of your life. They want to be in your life so they can cheer you on, is what it feels like to me. Tell me why the Ten of Wands is here. Tell me about the Ten of Wands. We've got the Five of Cups. It's the guilt. It's the grief. That's what it is. That's what the Ten of Wands is. I feel like you're feeling it as well. So we do have the Five of Cups. We have the King of Swords. And we have the High Priestess. This is the feeling that you've been keeping deep down in the belly here, is I just need answers. I need answers. I need to speak clearly, honestly, and truthfully. I'm going to do it head over heart. We've been silent with each other for quite some time. The Five of Cups is here, and it feels like it is grief. It does feel like it's grief over some type of relationship. Somebody else is not on the same path as you, or wasn't on the same path as you. And that is what is weighing heavy on you here, almost to the point of feeling like a little bit burnt out. I feel that being quiet or holding back or being in the flow, staying in the flow state, I feel has been really hard for you, because you've been by yourself and been very quiet. You haven't said anything about it, but you've got a lot to say because the King of Swords is here. You do want to sort it out, but I feel like this Five of Cups is telling me that it's just so emotionally heavy with the Ten of Wands and the Five of Cups. So emotionally heavy. It's hard for us to speak about whatever happened. Let's look at the Eight of Swords. Tell me why you're stuck in your head here. And I think it's because you really don't have trust with this person. Tell me about this. We've got the Four of Cups. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, and we have the Tower. So there is about to be a really big shift of energy here. The Tower only shows up when we left something on the back burner for far too long. And like I said, with the major arcanas, you don't really have a choice. All you can do is react or respond. We do have the Nine of Pentacles right up next to the Tower, which to me feels like good energy because you are confident, you're standing strong, you're standing good. I feel like you're solid in your Pentacle world when the Tower shows up. So I don't feel like you're somebody who it really... I don't think it really shifts you too hard, but I think the shift that's coming is a surprise because I feel like this person, for some of you, might communicate with you in the week ahead or might just show up for you in the week ahead. If they know where you live, if they know people who know where you live, if they can get to you face to face, they might do that because Pentacles are here. But if they can't, I feel like it will be some sort of phone call, because to me, swords are phone calls, wands are texts. So it might be they got a number from somebody. I feel like you really don't trust this person, and that you are, I think that you are hoping that they have changed when they show up. And when we go into the extended, we'll talk about that. Have they changed? Is there a reason that you shouldn't trust them? Have they had a Tower? And are they still this person who you can't trust, or has a Tower hit them? We'll talk about that as well. If you would like to come to the extension, that's where I'm going to clarify the rest of this reading. And if you would like to come to the extension, please look at the top of all of the comments. There is a pinned comment there, and there's a membership link there. If you'd like to see this extension, it will be in the membership. And there's also information there if you're interested in booking a private reading. I'm doing live readings. I'm also doing pre-recorded readings, and I have just dropped recently a 48-hour turnaround time, a reading which is little to no backstory and just one question. I'll get it back to you in 48 hours. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you, Pisces. Let's go look at this in the extended, and if you're not there, that's okay, because I'll be back, because I'm always back. You guys take care. Bye-bye.